I'm Jackie.
You could be Ray. You could be yeah.
I'm weaker than everyone else, but I talk shit like I'm strong.
Joggy. Joggy's nice. Yeah. Fine. You can be, yeah, I guess Black Star will be Ray or that girl.
If I can't win,
What?
my
Wow,
gun,
really?
I'll pull out your stick. That's my gun. Pull out your stick. I'll pull your shit, yo.
Yo.
All right.
Hey, what are the chances you guys make it to NYG, son? Yeah, man, I'd love to see you guys up here.
I would love to go to New York, but it'll be in August, and my wife's like pregnant, so I ain't going anywhere. She's
Yeah. That's not happening, son.
Is your fourth or third kid? Second kid?
second kid.
Is it boy? You know the gender?
We will know next week. Hopefully, we'll know next week what it is. Yeah, and then we're done. We're done with kids.
I think 3 is a decent amount.
Three's a decent amount.
3 is a decent amount, but I'm happy with 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
But you guys are speaking. You don't have kids.
But we.
Please.
You don't have to be a kid to know the right amount. Like I had a brother and a sister. That was.
You mean adults? I mean, you're right along.
Yeah, you need at least 3 because, well, granted they're not far apart in age. You need at least 3.
Yeah. Unlike Asian families that will have one kid like at 20 and the other at 40.
Because if they're too far apart in age, by the time the second one starts walking or starting to understand life, the other one's too old and just wants to not be bothered.
Yeah, exactly.
To teenagehood or whatever. And then if you have 3, the older one will always look out for the youngest one, even when the middle one doesn't really want to play.
The middle one usually get a little screwed up. That's why I'm screwed up.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you were never lonely though.
Never really long, but I was the middle one. Meaning I guess back then I got along with both of them just the same, but they, I had to be the ambassador, I suppose.
That's tough.
But let's go back to VF. Denkai. Denkai, what was my tell? What was my one move? I got this win.
During the last match, I was just having fun, but I was doing things.
Oh, don't worry, I was having fun during the whole time.
that goes kick and punch shit, where you can just do the first kick and then you can just do it all over again.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for you to finish the punch so I can just do the high angle kick.
Johnny was saying that, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I should have thrown more. I was last round, the last couple, you'll rewatch the stream and enjoy. I was just trolling around and hitting you with really sick stuff.
Yeah.
Just because and you were doing that too. You were some of the stuff you were hitting me with. I'm like, what an asshole. But, yeah, I should have realized earlier. This guy respects 3K. This guy respects 3K way too much.
You have to.
He respects it, but if he played Go more, he wouldn't respect it because he'd already have a plan how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just respects it because he doesn't
The tough part, at the very beginning, once you see it, is hard because if you do the first kick and you don't do the punch, by the time I recognize you didn't do the punch, you can already hit me with the other. You can just start it again.
Yeah, Go kind of telegraphs, but his telegraph is kind of
So now so instead of trying to hit you out of the punch, I just stay and wait. And I know you're always gonna try to Sabaki my throw, and then I'm just gonna do a launcher. It didn't really register.
I should have caught on and just evaded.
Or just blocked once sometimes.
You can ECD after the 3K, right?
You can.
That'd probably be the best answer.
That is the best answer, but it only works if you're a robot like GT.
Yeah.
Well, even then it doesn't even work for GT because then he ECDs and I'm standing there and going, well, I guess I'll go again.
Well, GT would guess between evade, cancel, evade, or that throw Sabaki. He would only he would choose those 2 things. Mm-hmm. But you would just do throw Sabaki every single time, so.
I do punch Sabaki and throw Sabaki.
Well, you would do some type of Sabaki, which is risky.
Which is a giant conditioning tool I have on you, and I'm not even using.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's see. I ain't even seen. How many views do we get?
30. We're still on 30.
Is Tricky one of the viewers?
I think he was. I think he might still be in here.
Well, I didn't know he was online. I don't.
But I mean. He's playing Street Fighter. I mean, that hurts your hands a little more than VF does.
Yeah, well, the right hand maybe, not the left hand.
Whatever hand that does the motions.
Yeah, that's BF. That's
It's like a
BF more.
hitbox, though. I mean,
Well, exactly. So so it's equal.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind playing Tricky with one of y'all. So that'd be pretty cool. Hopefully we can do that later or something like that.
Well, I guess Tricky's reserving himself for NYG.
I'm gonna see if I can make it.
He's like the prize when you get to New York. You can finally play him.
the prize. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
he's a treat.
I don't know what to think about that, but hey.
Come on, Tricky. I used to have so much respect for Tricky, man. Come on.
I mean, he's a cool guy, but I just
No, he's a great guy, but if you
he
lose,
got owned pretty much on that Facebook group thing.
well,
Like every time he posts, nobody gives him a break.
because he dodged so hard. I'm like,
Can't dodge, man.
Yeah, that's the thing
You
about
can't,
dodging.
like-
If you're in the
Can't dodge.
yeah,
Only
if you're
during
in,
sex can you dodge.
Whoa.
yeah.
like it's, and this is I don't like. I'm gonna get better from this match. Like that. Come on, I'm a freaking Saiyan. When I lose, I'm just gonna get stronger.
you know, and what's really sad is like he puts up the video. I mean, months later, it
Yeah.
was like, come on, like man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, let me edit this.
I don't know. Tricky might make a name. He might restore his name. In,
Well,
NYG
he
time.
has to beat Flash. That's the only way he can restore his name. Even if
That
he
is
was
true.
to,
He
even
can
if-
do it.
See, he has to be Flash and only Flash. Because even if GT or even Itazan would have come to NYG and he managed to beat them, it wouldn't even matter. He would still
He has to be Flash, and he can do it.
Flash. Yeah.
He can do it.
After all that talk, it had to.
It will be hard for him, but he can do it.
And it would be a great match. It would be a match everyone would want to see. It would be one of the most overhyped matches ever.
That has to be streamed, man. I would
If
love
he
to
cannot
watch see that.
adapt, Flash is gonna mop the floor with him. He's just gonna destroy him, man. He's gonna destroy him. That's one of the Flash is like Denkai. You fucking adapt, and
Yeah.
you got to keep mixing shit up. You don't adapt if he can't adapt to what Flash is doing, he's done.
Yeah.
But Tricky's greatest problem is he does the same thing too long. That's his problem. You know, if something's working, he doesn't like try to hide the fact that it's working. He'll just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And
Until
then
you
when
recognize that's what he's doing. Yeah, he does that all the time.
and then when you stop it, and then he's like, "What the fuck? Why is it not working?"
Yeah.
Then he'll force it by doing it more.
That's true. He should like save it for when he's going like in the last round to make him, so he can win the game. Don't keep doing it.
Yeah.
Or do it, and then if you pull ahead a couple of matches, then just do something else. That's the problem. It's he just will try to force something and it's not working, and then eventually it turns into like a mash fest where you're just like low punching, high punching, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, are we playing BF or
Street
like
Fighter.
what are we doing here? Yeah.
So Shag, do you know who's coming to NYG now anyway? Like who's confirmed? Or...
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
is it mainly Cruz that's doing all this planning? Was it this Cruz idea?
It's Cruz and Harpooner. I mean, this Cruz had set up the dates with Henry and us were talking. I mean, I'm trying to do my little help here, but
Oh, don't forget, Kisao is going to be in New York in July.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I forgot.
It
About
would have been nice if that was if he was around in NYG, I guess.
Yeah, he's just
Give
going to
it
be
that
here
back.
for 3 days. It's because he's going to Evo.
Oh.
So it's going to
So
be
why
at
is he
Evo.
going in? Oh, so he just wants to like visit some places in
Yeah,
America.
so on his way back, he's stopping over in New York
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
Okay.
When was the last time he was here? NYG,
Probably
whenever?
last time we saw
That
him.
was, I think, in like,
No, it
oh,
wasn't.
like about 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it was about close to 10 years ago.
Oh, no, well, yeah, I want to say, I think we had FT out at that time, but we were playing on Evo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
can
last
you
time he
guys
came was-
explain to the viewers that might not know who this is, who Kiasao is?
Oh, Kisao
but
is
one of the best Kage
original
players.
Iron Man of VF. He's been around since like Virtua Fighter 2.
Wasn't he one of the best players in 3?
He was considered one of the best players in Virtua Fighter 2, extremely strong in Virtua Fighter 3 and Virtua Fighter 4, but you know.
He stopped at 5, I think.
No, he played 5 a little bit, just not as much. But he did play. Just because you don't see a lot of videos of these guys doesn't mean they stop playing. It's just that they're probably playing in some arcade that's not as popular. So video
not as active.
Yeah, but he was the guy that was on that TV show in England, right? That beat like 100 guys.
Yeah, So he was when Ryan Hart was on that TV show. A lot of other players. So he's one of the original Iron Men of BF. But you know, like all things, you can't keep up with the new generation.
Oh yeah, unless if you're Chibita, but if you're not him, then.
Okay, I'm back. I'm just.
But even Chibita will slow down eventually.
Eventually, by VF6.
It's got to be like what 45 maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
Anywhere between 45 and 47, I bet.
Nah, he can't be that old.
Yeah, he's got to be about 45 or less. Yeah, you're right.
Got to be in the 30s.
Yeah, there's no way he could be 40, man.
Yeah, he can't be that good at that age.
No, he's about the same age as me, if not older. So he's got to be like.
But didn't he start VF3 when he was like 12 or like 13, like super young?
Huh?
Didn't he start VF3 when he was like 14 or like?
You're thinking of Chibita.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Chibita. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Itazan could be pretty old, I guess.
Itazan has to be like maybe 32, 30.
Itazan's in his 30s, I think.
Yeah.
So he's around my age.
Yeah.
Us whippersnappers.
But yeah, Sal will be here, and he probably just wants to hang out, get drunk. I don't think even PF is really on his mind.
I doubt it. Yeah. How's his English?
It's probably on the level of Itazan. Maybe a little bit worse. Maybe a little bit worse.
Well, Itazan is pretty well. I mean,
pretty good. Casal can understand some things.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Yeah.
Very basic stuff.
So we got to talk to him like he's a 4-year-old.
Like a baby. Yeah.
Let's get drinks.
Yeah. It kind of sucks that we don't have anybody around who's you know pretty decent at Japanese.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Dave actually texted me. He's coming. He wants to go to the olive tree. He's going to be back in June 26th.
Well, maybe he'll be around when Kiyosawa gets here. So
maybe
that would be awesome. That'll be awesome.
That's what's up. So, any words of advice for each other as far as like the set and how each other played?
Yeah, Rodney. Since you were watching, since Rodney's a pretty good analyzer.
Like I was saying when you guys are playing, like to beat Denkai, Shiny has to slow you down because. First, you have two styles. One is you just like to freelance, play how you want to play, be creative, set people up for a lot of Oki stuff. A lot of what people don't realize is Denkai gets a majority of his damage from two things. One, from Oki. You get up, and he always seems to place that attack right there when you get up, and either you're going to get hit by it, he gets a free combo. The other thing is, if that stops working, then he switches to throwing. And he's really, really good at getting a throw.
I was so happy when I got those 2 throw Sabakis because I knew there was coming. Yes.
So to beat Denkai, you have to slow him down, and then you have to outguess him because you can't condition him. It's impossible. I mean, I've been trying for years. You can't condition him. You can condition him maybe for a round or two. But you can't permanently condition him like you probably can, like 80% of the people who play on VFDC. Now the problem lies is Denkai is a seasoned, smart, very skilled player. So when you do slow him down, you have to then be prepared for when he switches to his other style, which is now going to turn into the basic bread and butter, low P throw, elbow throw, like the nitty gritty of BF. So then when he switches to that, you have to be prepared so you can switch to that and be just as stubborn as he's being. And so you have to flip flop and between those two things over and over, else you're not going to consistently beat that guy. And I'm not good at doing that. So that's why he just runs circles through me. I'm not.
I wouldn't say one circles.
No, because I'm not stubborn like you. So eventually, I don't have like that my mind is not as strong as it used to be. So after a while, like I always just give up. I just give up.
Next time, take a shot of alcohol. Your endurance will be longer.
I do play better when I'm slightly tipsy.
Yeah.
Because stuff doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah, exactly. Your frustration.
But I think that's what Shiny or anyone needs to do to consistently beat Denkai. You know, it's a shame with like any of these top players, GT too. Like, you know, these guys, you can't just, you know, you can't use that one all-around tech to win. It's just not gonna.
Yeah.
It can win for a couple of games, but when they switch their style, you have to switch too. And a lot of people don't do that. You know, so it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, what do you think, Shag?
I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think about me now. I was like, am I analyzed this hard yet?
Well, the only thing I have to say about you is you rely on too much delayed attacking, and that's kind of how I play too. And against somebody like Denkai, it doesn't even have to be Denkai, but against anyone who's offensive, like they prefer to have an offensive flow. That's not good, because once they pick up that, oh, he's just a frame off or 2 frames off, they're not even thinking like you're delaying it. They just see that opportunity like, oh, okay, he didn't do anything right there, because technically they're moving faster than you. So they can tell immediately when you're not, like it's your turn and you're not going. So what they do then is they attack smaller, and by smaller I mean they won't throw out anything that leaves them at a huge disadvantage, because you're just always waiting for an opportunity to get a counter hit or something. So they just attack smaller. Yeah. So there are times where Denkai would do like, 6 kg, and you waited to hit him with knee. So he would just do 6 kg 2P and then elbow. So sometimes you just go, like don't wait, just go, you know. And if you mix those two up, like, you know, very evenly, then I think you will win more against anybody you play against. Yeah. You know, sometimes you just gotta just go, like even if they evade, just like fuck it, you know, you block something, elbow, you know, don't go for the knee. That's what Black Star was telling you. It's like you know, you kept trying to use like these 20 frame moves when all you needed was just a quick elbow and go for.
Yeah, during the first couple of matches, I was hesitating way too much.
Exactly.
Even you heard me say that, like, just go, just go.
Yeah, and that's what I talked about, like the first, like, you know, maybe 4 matches. I was just like, man, like, you know, you got to go. Like you're waiting a little too much. It worked out for you when you won that first match, because at that point you were just going, and then that kind of slowed Denkai down. You know, I even mentioned that during the stream, and then I think you won again. But then you went back to like slowing things down, and that's, you know, you're not going to beat somebody like GT or Denkai consistently if that's how you're playing. You have to play at their speed or faster, or you have to slow them down, you know, to a speed you're comfortable at, and try to keep them there as long as you can, because that's a fucking chore all on its own, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I agree. Like, because it works both ways. Like with Black Star, it works perfectly because it slows his game down to a crawl.
Yes. Ugh.
And especially when he's Sarah and he wants to be hitting buttons.
Yes. Yeah. I don't want to play defense at all, ever.
Yeah. So you're right. Like, I just need to just stop hesitating and throw more elbows out or something.
Right. Yeah, just elbows. And then, like, you also, like, miss a lot of opportunities on the wall. Like, there were so many times where you staggered him on the wall and you went for, like, I don't even know what you went for.
No, but, like, I think he was always going for 9 PK usually when against stagger wall, but
it's because online you can shake out of it. Like, even if I shoulder immediately, offline you can't shake out of it, online you can. So because I've been playing so much online, I turn that into like a cancel, like a reset, and just constantly reset my opponent if I know they can do it, because they're so fucking cocky. It's like, haha, I can get out of it. So I turn it to a reset, into a reset, into a reset to piss them off for being assholes. But it just didn't work that time. He just slipped out.
Okay.
Like it's just an online thing. It's just from playing online so much. I know, like Shidosha can shake out of it. So what will he do? He'll shake out of it, so I'll headbutt, and then I'll PK, and then I'll set it up again, and then I'll just keep doing it, and then I'll change it over and over again to piss, because they're too busy shaking the controller at this point. When I could just, it's just a little trolly thing I like to do.
Yeah, just that's really all I could see, because I mean, you have the setups. You've got tricks, something I don't really have much of anymore, and you know, your defense is solid, but you know, you have to, you know, against players like him who you can't condition, you have to slow them down to your pace, and by doing that is by becoming stubborn like they are. You know, you block something, you elbow. You know, you fish for that counter hit just the way they're fishing for it. But easier said than done.
Home run swings easily, so maybe
Yeah. It's easier said than done, because you know, these guys, they're smart. You know, they're really smart. So
Yeah. So Shag, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think, man?
I mean, he's Denkai.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
As a Go player, I mean, Shiny was great and all, but there were a few times he has to know the proper punishes. I mean, against Jackie, I mean, I don't sometimes, but I mean, when you're fighting, it's just so intense. I mean, it's can be hard, but there are times like he just needs a proper punishment, like all those times he was getting a counter hit knee, and at first he was throwing, it was like, oh, well, you know, what's going on, and then he was getting to Tsukami hold, and that's a fault on Denkai. I mean, Go players shouldn't really rely on that. I mean, once players, I think Denkai just in the second set, I think that wasn't working for Shiny.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should just just go for a toss. I mean, most Go players will usually go for forward or back. I mean, but you want the guarantee. If you want true damage, just go up or down. What else? At points, I mean, you were always trying to go for the big move, like for knee, or even, I mean, let's say when it gets blocked, it's like, what do you do from there? Sometimes, you just need to just do base, just keep it short and sweet, do elbow or 3P, and see how players react to that.
Yep. So.
And there was pretty much no standing K. I mean, it was like that's one of those best moves right there. But that's all on the player. It's not like it's you have to do that move. I mean, but yeah, that's just I swing out that K all day.
Yeah.
That K was the shit back in the day. That K was so good. But it's still good now. I mean.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. I mean, for you, it's a really good move, because it's nothing to think about. You just block something, mash K, and against Jackie, it's actually really good, I think, because
Jackie
Denkai loves using backdash or shuffle step, and that could get the stagger when he falls on his ass. So should use it a little bit more often. And yeah, you always, Denkai always loves back shuffle 2KK. And it hits you every time. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
and if you do happen to block that, you should launch.
Yeah.
Launch is free,
Yeah.
So you got to launch that. And again, easier said than done, but
Yeah.
With that whole meaty thing, when you attack somebody, right when they get up, that shuffle 2KK is actually really good, because so many people are waiting for a mid or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, but Denkai, you got any last words about the set?
Let's see. Really, like the only thing, the problem that most players have is just them doing the same thing over and over, and even when it doesn't work, they still do it, and then it causes them to lose. And that's basically what just happened to Shiny. Like he had a good little flow, but it seemed like only I was noticing what he was doing. He was too busy trying to do his plan instead of watching what I was doing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you think, Shiny?
I I think I got graped. I think that's all I can say. There's really nothing I can say about it. I lost. I'll be a gracious loser, and
Oh, this is the first time you lost in Sunday Night Raw. First time.
this is so, yeah. This is true.
This is
And
why
I
joined
didn't
in.
lose to some nobody either. Like, I never called out a nobody though, so that's also a different. Like, I called out people that are well known.
Yep, but they also gotta want to answer too. Some I don't want to answer.
If you think I'm weak, call me out.
I want to see some people because there's a lot of people that think you weak apparently.
Yeah, a lot of people think I'm weak, but they don't call me out.
Well, how about you fight Rodney? I mean, we're I don't
That's
mind.
that's no competition, man. That's too easy.
Come on.
That's too easy, man. I mean, well, you beat him like what, 10-4? Fuck, he's lucky if he gets 2 against me.
Oh, oh.
We have
Okay.
Yo, we got another set. We got another set for coming weeks. What we got?
Next month, I'm definitely calling out New York now.
All right.
I'm gonna train up, take out.
So
all
it takes
you
it's
guys.
gonna take a
You
moment.
all
See-
gonna get
see-
in your little huddle and be like, "What do we
Yeah,
do?"
I don't have to train. You know, I just pick up the stick. I don't have to train.
Yo, wow. I think that's a call out. That sounds like a call out to me.
When your brain is elite as mine when it comes to VF, you don't have to train. You just pick up the stick and play.
Yeah, the VF legend, he has spoken. So what say you, Shidey?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, if you want, I mean, if you're a little scared, I mean, I'm willing to give you 2 months so you can practice. You know.
Yo, you need another month? Yo,
I'm
really?
willing to give you 2 months. I'm a little bit more gracious than Tricky. You know.
Dang.
So.
Oh yeah, Tricky gives you about a year.
Okay, so 3 weeks, 6 weeks? What do y'all want to
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd actually like to see BG Akira play against somebody.
do? Man, he's on Xbox now. Yes, I want to
Yeah.
see him
Really?
play.
He's on Xbox now? Yeah.
Yeah,
I would love
he's
it.
actually-
Yo.
he's actually really good, man. He's another person like you know, kind of like the whole Tricky thing. Like he's really good. He I don't want to say it like to sound mean, but like he doesn't realize how good he is. I guess because he's comparing himself like, you know, like apples to oranges. You know, he's comparing himself to me or Denkai or whatever. It's like, you know, fuck that shit. Like, we're yesterday, man. Don't worry about yesterday. You know, like worry about today. You know, we don't really matter. Yeah, we've been around. We're veterans.
Well, like when
we
the
really
new
don't
V-
matter.
Yeah, because I don't really play Final Showdown as
And the
much.
reason I say we don't matter is because if you keep thinking about like us, you know, you're not really going to surpass the people who really matters. And the people who matter are like GT, you know, Tricky,
Yeah.
like these people who are really good.
Yeah.
That's going to be here in the next like 5 or 10 years or whatever. We're probably not going to be here in the next 5 or 10 years. You know what I mean? So, you know, BG needs to focus on those people more. And, you know, he is definitely somebody that needs to pay attention more to what the person is doing, because, you know, he has that same pattern where like if something doesn't work, like he'll do it more. And he reminds me of like the old me playing Akira, where you're looking for that one perfect defensive tech that beats everything. And like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that does. Yeah,
You can have a tech that can defeat a lot of things, but you can't have a tech in VF that defeats everything. It does not exist. And so when I play him sometimes, like, I tell him like he's kind of mashing because he's so afraid of like guard break and throw and all these other things that like, you know, because he's looking for that one perfect tech that beats everything. You know, you just got to play, believe in your style, and, you know, do the things that you know will work against, you know, a person. And how will you know what works against a person? Pay attention to what they're doing. And if you pay attention to what they're doing, you won't have to mash or just do like these random things, you know, like
Yeah,
so
you gotta play everybody differently.
yeah,
I mean,
everybody has to play differently.
There's a core, you know, way to play, but if you want to play like long sets with some guy, the only way you can really win is by paying attention to what he's doing.
And I noticed that with a lot of the new people who are playing, you know, VF today. Like, they play the same way. And I know this because I've trolled on like PSN with so many accounts, denying that it was me, of course, but I've trolled with so many accounts, and it doesn't matter what character they pick against, they go up against, they just play the same way. It's like, okay, like Vanessa players, it's like, oh, 9P works, well, I'm just gonna fucking 9P till the fucking cows come home.
What I don't like? So I see Shidosha on the chat. He's like he's gonna be busy on the weekend, but all he's doing is playing Street Fighter. he managed to win in that 10-9 laggy ass match, and then now he's just playing Street Fighter instead. So he's scared. He's backing out.
Well, I'm always gonna say that we go about learning VF the wrong way because everybody's just always looking for that one, perfect pattern or like defense tech that can beat everyone. It doesn't work, and this is why Denkai GT and Tricky are so good. It's because they cycle through multiple different defensive techs or offensive flows.
Yeah,
and that's why.
Yeah, so granted, though, in FS, though, I think that it's less emphasis about multiple
defense
techs.
Yeah, it's
because
less.
You don't really need to use evade, throw, escape, and all that stuff. Now, evade, cancel is usually just the best thing at most of the time.
It is, but not
every time.
It depends on the player.
It depends on the player. But if you don't know how a player plays, that's what you should do.
Right. You shouldn't use anything but that. Right.
This game now. Evade cancels.
So I'd like to see BG get on here and play against somebody.
BG. That was one of the guys I want to play in PSN, but I found he switched to Xbox. I was like, even better. So
yeah, switched to Xbox. I've been trying to get him on here for a long time. So he's switched to Xbox.
It's too bad he came out. He's just now getting into it because he was playing that shitty PSN when there were actually players playing Xbox. Now it's pretty empty.
There's still players playing it. It's just we all do player match and room match.
Yeah.
So
what I'd like to do is, and I know people aren't going to do it. I'd like to revive rank, man. I'd like to revive ranking mode.
Hey, I'll join in rank. Yeah, that's no problem.
Like people just, fucking just. Put it on the line, man. Like
on Final Showdown is just shitty.
It's just like the game can be enjoyed so much more if people just stop the fucking pussies. Like, and I'll say that I'll direct that towards me too, because I know there've been a couple of times I've been fucking ranked and I bumped into GT, and then it was like, all right, I lost like 3 in a row, and that last one was about to demote me. I'm like, fuck you, GT, you're not demoting me, like, and I run, I'm a pussy too, but. I mean,
I don't like
him a couple of games. Motherfuckers just sit there and hit A, B, A, B, A, B. And I was just like, who are you hiding from? Like, 1 or 2 games isn't going to fucking demote you. You know what I mean? Like,
see, this is why I stopped. Like, I barely play this game anymore. Because, like, you turn it on, you go on ranked mode, you see someone... Like, let's say, my rank, and then they will never play you.
Like, I get it. I'm terrified of being demoted too, but damn, I at least give a few games before I fucking run.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers run and avoid. I mean,
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say it on here.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, Denkai, but I'm going to say it on here. I don't give a shit if I get demoted. Let's try to revive rank. Everybody just... fucking suck it up. Just put it on the line. Let's have some fun. VF can be revived if we all just stop being fucking pussies, man.
There's no amount of talk you can do to stop someone from being a sore loser. There's nothing.
Yeah,
that's just part of their personality.
And you know what kills me is a lot of people don't even realize if you're fucking like a storm. What is it? What's the rank that GT is? I think you're the same one.
Yeah, Stormlord. Like, you have to
fight. Stormlord. Well, you're a Stormlord. You can only take bar from someone who's like Dragon Fang or another Stormlord. So if you're like one of the silver ranks, playing somebody who's a Stormlord, he can't demote you. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, you can't really be demoted by these people. So like, it benefits you to play them.
Yeah, especially PSN. PSN is like the king of the cats.
Benefits you to play somebody stronger. One, you're getting a good game. You're really testing your skill. And so what if you lose? It doesn't hurt your bar. Like,
Yeah, but it hurts their ego because like there are people on my friends list who would never play me.
yeah, I got people in my friends who never play me. So I would like to see that happen. You know, like I would really like to see rank get revived and people really like. I'm willing to do it. I'll call GT out. Come on, take my rank, brother. You know, take it. You know, let's revive rank and let's just have some fun, man. Like,
see, ranking in the OVF 5 was much better though. So, and this one,
because you couldn't run.
yeah, you. I mean, like, why would
If
you
you
want to?
ran, you had to turn off the Xbox. That was the only way you were going to run. You know, you had to turn off the system.
Like, why make a ranking move when you can get out of it? You can just leave.
I just really like to see that happen, because, we all know if people didn't run, who would be the fucking highest rank on Xbox Live. I mean, we all know that. Xbox Live and PSN. So, come on, but who gives at this point? The game's about to fucking die. Let's put it all on the line and let's just fucking have some fun, man.
I'm up for streaming some rank, or at the very least I'll play some rank. It's not a problem.
Because I'll play rank and I'll see somebody on there I want to play, because I can possibly rank up from them, but they can rank up from me. And then I try to join and they'll back out, but then they'll message and be like, "Hey, you want to do player match?" No, motherfucker, I want to do rank. No, but I mean, I'm not gonna be rude. I'm like, all right, we'll go to player, but it's come on, dude, that's the game.
Seriously,
man.
Who cares about rank? Do you think somebody who's a Tiger Lord or a Storm Lord is really a Tiger Lord or a Storm Lord worthy?
No.
You know what I mean?
Look at the highest.
Some of the worst players are the highest ranked people on the whole thing.
Denshin changes his account every account name 5 seconds because
Denshin's really good.
Denshin is actually all right, but he's still
really good. In my opinion, he could make it to Stormlord.
Yeah, he can legitimately make it there, but he also quits.
He does. But could he make it beyond Stormlord, playing legitimately without fucking quitting? I don't know, but he can definitely make it to Stormlord.
Yeah, he's
the guy.
not bad.
He's probably a better player than
I
me.
would actually rank him. I don't think he's better than let's say GT or even me.
No, he's definitely not better than you guys.
But I think he's up. I would rank him at least top 10 players that I.
Yeah, he's a really strong player, but I mean, we all know he cheated to get that rank. So it's and then you got his partner in crime. What's his name? The other fucking guy.
There's a lot of guys that sucked that got there.
C Money.
C Money. He's like a PSN. He's like Tiger or something. He's like really, really high.
No, not C Money. The other fucking guy.
There's another guy too that sucks. He uses loud.
He's always jumping around.
That's C Money.
Crafty.
C Money uses loud. And then there's who?
Crafty Nut.
Yeah, Crafty Nut.
Partner in crime, who's
he's also ranked really high.
Shit, But man, I'd like to see rank get revived and
Camelot Kings.
I'm about to say, chat
Camelot
putting
Kings
up all kinds of names.
Anyone. Camelot Kings won't play anybody.
Oh, he won't play anyone. He just feeds off of
every last player you guys are mentioning besides Denshin won't play anybody. C Money won't. Camelot Kings definitely won't. He's that player.
Denshin pulled on me too many times. And if you pull on me twice, I'm like, no, I'm not playing.
I don't like
that. So I don't play him. So but the person I hate the most is not even on Xbox Live. It's that fucking Kyle VF. He is
Kyle VF is like the biggest. He's the
biggest coward there is.
He's the biggest garbage there is, man.
The reason I don't like him is because he's actually a good player.
Yeah.
He's actually good, but he's a fucking pussy. He only wants to beat up on scrubs.
See, and it's not even on rank. He just doesn't want to lose. He just wanted to.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose at all.
If he loses, he literally cries himself to sleep. He's one of those guys.
I trolled him one time from a friend's house, using Taka, and he couldn't. Fucker messages me. So I tried to join his game again, and he kept running away. So I messaged him what the fuck, And he sends me a message saying, well, he doesn't want to play me anymore because he can't combo Taka like he can the other characters. I'm like, really, dude?
He's
Like,
still a loser.
is it my fault because you don't know how to do Taka combos? Like, so I switched to Pi. I played him one game. I think I beat him, and then he fucking ran anyway. So
I actually thought about changing my name on PSN just to play him a bit. You have to literally change your name.
It's not worth it because the moment
it's
you
not
win,
worth it.
he'll just avoid you.
Yeah.
He does not want to lose at all, man. So it's like players like that just even play rank. Just go to fucking player match or room. You know?
No. But you see, they don't even want to do that because Kyle's at the level where he just doesn't want to lose, no matter where it's at.
Yeah, you're right. He won't
No
do
matter
play.
where it's at. He won't even play you in that.
Full scrubs, and it's like I have no respect for that guy. You know?
Yeah, he ain't none.
So.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's always playing. So here's what I don't understand. It's like you know how like St. Louis Tim always plays, but but after a while he'll at least play you, even though he doesn't want to play you because he doesn't like certain styles.
Right.
He would at least play you sometimes in the best.
Right.
Kyle plays the game all the time, and he avoids all good players.
All good players. Every last one of them. And if you're a scrub and you eventually become good, he will avoid you too. It's like he has a list of players next to him every time he plays, and it's it's like, oh no, you're good, and he just backs out every single time.
So he doesn't play video games to have fun. He plays video games just to win and feel better about himself.
Yeah,
that's it. Because why would you not play some players at all? You know.
And I'd see him doing that whole, like A-B thing. And I messaged him one time. I was like, dude, like, I don't join people's games. You don't have to run, like, And then after I messaged him that, he never did A-B again. He would just sit there now.
Nah, dude, the reason why I wanted to play him one time, because it was a while ago. You know that other Vanessa player on PSN? I think his name was Mackie.
Yeah, Mackie, 9P. I just call him 9P.
Yeah, I played Kyle once. First time, he beat me. He didn't want to play again. He kept leaving, and then he messaged that guy, Vanessa player. Said, "Yeah, I beat Dinkar. I can beat him." And then that guy messaged me. Said, "Yeah, he said he can beat you." I'm like, "Yeah, that guy. I only played the guy once. I only played him once.
You played him once, and he lagged.
Yeah. So what do you want? Like, come on, man. Just one.
But it just sucks because the people who are really good at the game don't play the good players, and that's what makes logging on to the game depressing.
It really sucks. Cause if you're playing Street Fighter, everybody, if they see a Justin Wong online, everybody's gonna want to join him because they just want to be able to beat him.
But even Justin would give you 1 or 2 games before he, probably moved on to someone on his level. But these guys are relatively good, but they just don't want to play anyone who's better than them or as good as them. Anyone that can give them problems, like they have to think too much, they won't play them. And that totally ruins the community. It totally ruins the community.
Oh, yeah, the community's dead.
You tell you what I think would make the community go great if they just got rid of the shout box in general. Just get rid of it.
The shout box? Well, you mean on VFTC?
Yeah, just get rid of it.
So what's the problem with the shout box?
Because everyone's on that instead of playing the game.
Oh,
yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Oh no, this is what they would do. This is exactly what happened if they get rid of the shout box. They would either A, be talking in the forum all day, at least the forum will be getting some action, or B, going, I'm going to play some VF, or send private messages if they want to play VF, see who's on. Okay, let's private message, let's go, But no, everyone wants to talk in the shout box about Street Fighter or something else, or talk about which anime hentai they're enjoying this week.
Right.
And no one, and it always pisses me off when I go in there. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what Steel Balls has to think. He's not going to fight anyone. That's the reason we even made Raw. So I was like, listen, you want to get on stream? You want to get some exposure? You want to be calling out people? Do it. You call me out, I will do it every time. If Rodney called me out next week, I would still do it. I would like to have more than just me on every Raw. But if no one's going to play next Raw and Rodney still wants to play, you know what? Fuck it. I'll still do it.
Right.
I just want other people to do it. I don't want it to be the shiny show. Jacko was doing it too. And the reason I stopped is because it became the Jacko show. Because he's the only one he's like, yeah, I'll fight. And all these guys are just too afraid to get exposed. Like,
yeah, that's what it is, man.
Like it doesn't. Like who cares? Like if you lose, who cares? This is what's going to happen when you lose. You're going to go home. You're going to jerk off, and you're going to feel better about it.
Yeah.
You're going to get over it, or you'll have a match to watch where you suck now. And you can look at that match like a highlight reel and just look at that match going, oh, wow, well, I screwed up here, here, and here. Wow, I was such a punk. I'm never going to do that again. Like, I guarantee tomorrow I'm going to be watching this match going, man, I wish I elbowed Dinkai more. Like,
yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, these guys want to be good, but they don't really have this, the mentality for it, man. They just want to get known by Shoutbox. That's how they're known. Most of these guys are known by Shoutbox.
I said this. I think I said this before, but the majority of the players on VSDC, they would have did a lot better for themselves if they just joined a book club or something instead of playing virtual video games. Mm. Just join Oprah's book club. Talk about
yeah, man. I don't know. It's just depressing, I mean, what really turned me off from FS more than anything is just it gets tiring playing the same 5 or 6 people over and over because sometimes you're so outclassed. There's a time where I just could not keep up with GT, so I maybe want to play someone else. Just to see if okay, I've been getting bodied by this guy for, weeks. Let me play someone else who's maybe just a little bit better or on my level to see if I did actually progress, because that's a good way to measure yourself sometimes, You get bodied by somebody who's better than you, and then you go play someone that was at your level, and then you can really see that okay, did I grow? But the people that I could do that with, they just fucking run. They don't want to play. They want to sit there in dojo mode all fucking day, and you're like, dude, what are you practicing? Come show me.
Yeah.
Come show me. And
I've been there and done that. I've done 6-hour training mode every day, and I go and play Shiny into him. I get blown up the same exact way. No matter what I've trained, it didn't matter. And then it was just somebody, I forgot who it was, somebody done it on me. It's you really gotta play people to really learn how to play my game.
Sometimes.
I think it was Flash. Yeah, it was Flash and Jacko, and those two. They was like, look, what are you doing? You tell me all this frame stuff. You gotta play people. You gotta have them instincts.
You have to play people because sometimes getting beat down by the same person, over and over, you actually do grow, but that person kind of has you mentally in this sort of rut, this cycle. So you can't really think straight. And by playing other people, you eventually start to see different things that you didn't see before because that person forced you to look at the game a different way. Yeah. But if you're just playing that same person over and over and over, that will never happen to you, And it's like what I tell BG, he's always like, oh, do you think I got better? I'm like, well, you just need to play, and you need to play as many people as you can because you need experience. And through that experience, you'll eventually see that, you did get better. But just playing me all the time is just not going to really make you think you got better, So it just sucks, man. It just really sucks because, VF could still have a lot of life. VF could it had its chance to be popular, but, no one would show up to tournaments. No one would go online.
To be honest, though, I don't think VF had a chance. I don't think Final Showdown had a chance to be popular.
I think it had.
I know. I'm gonna actually say that Sega did it. We tried it. It just won't go.
No, but I'm talking about even before Sega Cup because a lot of tournament organizers were giving VF a chance more than they had done ever.
Yeah.
But no one was showing up. So VF did have a chance.
No, yeah, but think about it.
Do something.
You remember the tournament we went to? Was it Winter
NEC?
Brawl or something like that?
Right. NEC.
And you saw how shitty they always treat VF anyway.
Because no one
but
shows up.
That's kind of I don't know. That's Biggie. I've had problems with them before too. So I'll be honest.
Yeah, but that wasn't the very first VF tournament though. See, seriously, you have to go back. You have to go back a little bit further than that. That was maybe the 3rd or 4th VF tournament that Big E threw, and the first one had decent numbers because remember Flash showed up. Flash drove down or whatever, and he showed up. And then the next one had pretty decent numbers because I think, what's his name? Happy Friend even showed up to one of them too. And then it was
yeah, I was there when he was.
That's when the numbers.
Speaking of players that run when you beat them,
No, you want to know? Yeah, but you want to know something?
He may run.
He
may
runs,
run.
but you want to know something in
play
comparison
you,
to the
but-
people that actually really run? I can't say he runs anymore.
No, he's not even close to.
Yeah, he's not even close to the super one.
Because he will play you. You know, he definitely is a little bit like Tim. He doesn't like certain styles.
Yeah.
But he will at least play you. You know.
Yeah.
But but so it was around like the third or fourth tournament that Big E threw. That's when he was like, "What's the point of giving this game that much attention? Nobody shows up because people stop coming."
Yeah.
You know, so VF did have a chance. I'm not saying it would have been huge. We already know it's never going to be huge, but it did have a chance to at least grow its numbers a decent amount because you had that guy.
But you want to know what I think? Like, if you wanted people to show up, but the only people that can show up that would show up are people that are already in the VF community. So already that's not a lot.
That's not
So,
necessarily
yeah.
true because
I mean, okay, because I did.
Was showing up. What's that guy? Sonic Fox? He was showing up, and
Yeah,
he was.
you're gonna have a few people showing up that aren't in the community, about maybe 10, 15 of them. But VF was still always in the background in those tournaments, so the viewers aren't really gonna see it. People there aren't really gonna pay any mind because it's not on the big screen. It's never on the big screen. So anybody that came to the tournament just to watch games won't even notice VF is there
But part of
because it's
but
not
look,
even on the big screen.
But Denkai, part of any game getting on the big screen is all about numbers. So again, people weren't showing up. Street Fighter didn't start off on the big screen. Numbers got it on the big screen. So that's the problem. It's like everybody, like Shiny said, everybody wants to sit in the shout box and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna probably go," and they know they're not gonna go. Like,
Yeah, but
I mean,
you wanna know
no, because
but
Rodnutz is kind of right because like I did two final round
Oh
tournaments,
my
right?
goodness, Black Star final round.
Yeah. Like
Poor Black
like-
Star. I got so much sympathy.
But I'm saying it's like this. We're not the only community that had this problem.
it's
Like, okay, there's
Yeah, but-
KOF that had this problem. There's DOA that had this problem. There's Soul Calibur that had this problem. And those other communities, unlike us, it was like they picked tournaments that were like, okay, we're not getting screen time. We're not even getting put on stream. We're not getting put in the ballroom with Marvel and all that. So what we're going to do is like we're all going to show up at this one tournament, whether it be final round or whether it be like, Kumite in Tennessee or whatever, or it be at NEC. They'll all show up, And then lo and behold, you'll see them in Evo now. You'll see them in like all these other high-profile tournaments. You see them in
it's
SCR.
all about the numbers, man.
No, but
because
you want to know. But do you know how to get the numbers? Like for King of Fighters, I guarantee you, people saw that game at Evo and it was like, "Damn, I want to play this shit" because it looked good. But if no one's there to see it, how can you get the numbers? I mean, like you need to see the game.
Yeah, but that's once a year.
they're
That's
not
one
gonna-
day
they're
a
not
year,
gonna
though.
keep
But
the
like
game that
every
they
other
play.
day in the year, they run into the same problem as us, especially in like 2012. It was like nobody playing
Yeah, but
KOF
think
for a
about
while.
this. Like, think about it. If you had to choose what sport to play, like football, basketball, like cricket, you're seeing basketball on TV, right? You're just a guy watching it. You're not. So what's gonna make you choose cricket? You don't even know what that is. You haven't even seen it. At least put it on the big screen so people can see and give.
But again,
How-
it's like I said, VF. It's all about numbers because Street Fighter it wasn't always on the big screen. The numbers is what got it.
No, I
there.
mean,
That's
here's the
true.
thing.
But how it starts is like this. It's like a cycle. It's like first, you gonna have a tournament and you expect people to come out. You're not gonna expect like 400 people in like a VF tournament, but you expect like as much of the community to come out as possible. And when they have a good showing, it's like then the tournament organizers be happy. Like, yeah, this is pretty good. All right, let me run it again next year or something like that. And then that's when the relationship grows. Then they'll be
Right,
more
'cause
at
you're
ease with the
guaranteed
community.
to be there.
They'll be more willing to put them in the spotlight and stuff like that. That's how it works, but it starts with us. And
Yeah,
like,
it does. It's always going to start with us, But there's so many people who are like, "I'm going to come," and they don't go,
exactly.
And that's what it is. I mean, why would you want to put a game on the stream when there's only 10 people? I mean, that shit's over in fucking 20
then
minutes.
you want to know what it is? It's like it's both reasons then. Because you're not going to get more players when it's not on the big screen, but you need to have players so it can be on the big screen.
But
So
we
it's like
could
the
have
fuck
more
you do,
players
fuck
if the
you do.
actual players from the community showed up.
It's people showing up, and it's also people speaking loud too.
Yeah,
because people will
exactly.
play, but they won't tell anybody. And they won't play online, and they won't go. They definitely won't go to any offline events.
But here's the thing: like players that show up to a tournament, you gotta assume that less than 50% of the entire community would come to a tournament. Let's say about 20% of the players. Street Fighter has thousands and thousands of players, so even 5% of those players.
But Street Fighter has that
be a lot.
Trendiness behind it also.
Well, exactly. So they have a large player base.
The only reason fighting games are even popular now is because Street Fighter 4 brought it back.
But
even though like it's the most mediocre game ever, Ultra it's getting better, but it still seems pretty mediocre to me at least. Like compared to the other Street Fighters, 4 is pretty mediocre. But since that's all the little 09er resurgence people know, they're gonna play it because that's all they know.
But you can't compare us to Capcom community. That's totally different. You can't compare any other community to Capcom community. It's like a different level. But like MK community, like Injustice community, DOA community, like you can all compare them to us, and they've been in our position at one point or another every time. And what they did is like, because that's how MK got into Evo last year. Long as it's been dead for like over a year.
Got more players. They got
what? Because
they do, but still, it's not nearly as much as Capcom.
They had more players the second the game came out than VF had. The second the game came out.
True, but at the same time, it's not nowhere near Marvel or Street Fighter levels. Period. It's just not even close.
Be as big as that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, how do they deal with the situation that we're in? And what they did was like they got their own people to make videos. They got their own people to talk about the game on Facebook and Twitter and on SRK and all that stuff. They got their own people to make their own tournaments. They got their own people to advertise. They got their own people to go to these big tournaments and make.
And also, Ed Boon is constantly talking about stuff. Like Ed Boon, you'll see Ed Boon every month, like talking.
See,
that's what I'm saying. They made their own thing happen, and they grew from that. But it started with them. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but Mortal Kombat in general, despite how shitty some of the games are, it's still a pretty respected franchise because of like the past.
Nah,
still pretty recognizable.
But before MK9, did you see any MK tournaments in majors?
Because
not really.
Sega's never promoted it until now. They've never promoted it.
Exactly. I think if Sega did what they were doing when
I remember when VF5 came out for PlayStation 3. I remember seeing the commercial on TV like 2 times, and then after that, I never saw it again. I think it ran for like 1 week.
I'm saying we're not unique. Like MK,
I've never seen a VF commercial.
Yeah, I saw a commercial.
There have been some, especially for VF4. There've been a lot for VF4.
The last VF ad I saw was in like a Game Pro with that patience is virtual.
Virtual, yeah. But we're not the only ones that problem. Like Mortal Kombat is prime example. Like before MK9. Like, when did you see them in majors, and when did you see them, like, having their game advertised? They didn't. And they came out of nowhere, and now all of a sudden they're in EVO. They're in, like, every major tournament. This is that. Why? Because...
money. That's why. They got that Warner Brothers money now.
That was part of it. But we had Sega Cup, so we had something similar.
I boil it down to...
Yeah, we had Sega Cup, but that was separate from community. It was just...
But so I'm saying, so was the PDP tournament.
That was a good thing, though.
It was definitely a good thing, and that's why they were decent numbers.
That's what I'm saying. But they had the same situation as us.
VF players in the VF community are just not mentally strong.
But it didn't have to be that way. All they have to do is just do stuff different than before.
We play this great, sophisticated game that, like, mentally we're strong, and a lot of the people in the VF community are actually mentally weak, which is why they run and hide, and they don't want to play people who are better than them. They're weak, and also it also shows, because when you go to a tournament, any tournament, it doesn't matter what game you go to a tournament to play, you're going for 2 reasons only. I don't give a damn what you want to convince yourself that reason is, but you're going for 2 reasons only. And that reason is, 1, you're either going to win or you're going to add to the pot.
No,
it's not really that. That's kind of literal. Like, you go in there to learn and have fun too.
After meeting Shag, I realized there's other reasons.
As harsh as it is, I don't give a damn what game you're going to Evo for, whatever. If you're not
Shag doesn't go to win anything, but he goes to everything.
If you're not going with that high intent to win, you're going to add to the pot. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Nothing more. And and I think with VF players is, I guess we're smarter, sophisticated.
No,
We
it's not. No, because that's too literal. That's way too literal to think about it. Because you can think about it like that, but it's more to it. People go to have fun, and like me, like when I went to
But
Evo,
I'm just trying to
didn't
be as
expect to
harsh
go.
as possible so people have a reality check. You know, I am being an asshole about it. It's because, I mean, come on, like really, if you want the game to be big and you want it to grow, like, come on, like we have to go. I mean, I used to travel.
You need competitive people.
Yeah, you need competitive people.
You need guys like GT who are really competitive.
You need people to bring
but
like
there aren't enough of those
high
guys.
intense level of winning. Like I want to win. I want to win. That's it. You know. I mean I don't give a shit if the tournament's fucking free, but just show up. You know.
Yeah. Yo.
And literally, like a lot of these tournaments be in people's backyard, and they still won't show up. I mean, like, how could you not show up? You've known about.
Let's look at Sega Cup and all the Californian players that didn't even go.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't go.
Which is retarded, and most of them are on the shout box.
And it's just $10. That's it, you know.
And I'm like, dude, it's like a block away, and like you have people like I'm dropping like $800 down to show up, and these guys have it like a block away, and they're like, no, I can't go.
Oh, Shidosha's on the call, by the way.
Box Warriors.
Look at this! Look at this loud mouth in this room.
Yes, that is a thing. You guys are talking about trying to raise the numbers. You know, I have to say, in the beginning of the final showdown, the collaborative effort was there. Everybody was on board. We had the FGC. We had Ultra Champ was showcasing it with LA Akira on there. They got me out in places doing streams. There were players on the East Coast holding events. You know, it was booming. And then, you know, I don't know. I know life hit some people. Life definitely hit me in LA. I know that was one thing. And then, you know, what pisses me off about it is, you know, I forgot. One of you guys were talking about getting eyes on it. And, you know, we have the resources to do it. We know people in the industry. We know people in the community who are tied to both VFDC, other, you know, NeoGAF, fucking everything. And, you know, and the only reason why my stream even gets any numbers is because when I do put on a VF stream, and I know when Blackstar does it and other people do it, we always reach out to those people. But what I noticed is, and especially for Sega Cup, this is what pissed me off about the numbers. I had to beg somebody to put the shit on SRK. And they still didn't fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That collaborative effort that we started with is not there. And it's not. I'm not gonna pin any fault, especially on our side, because I see Cruz stream every fucking Tuesday. It doesn't matter who's there.
Definitely doesn't get the respect it deserves from other communities.
Oh, Shag is back on the call, just so y'all know.
Welcome back, Shag.
My phone had died when I got, but now I have to put fucking Rod and Denkai on blast.
Oh shit!
You guys were talking about-
You know, I will dispute anything you say.
You're the two biggest fucking frauds.
You wanna know what's so funny? You wanna know what's so funny, Shag? Well, think about it.
Oh yeah, the community needs support. I'm like, what the fuck?
Look,
Okay,
man.
You didn't go to one Sega Cup. That would have really made a difference. I mean,
I look at it like this.
No, Shag. Let me talk to Shag.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Because I disputed.
You guys shut
How many tournaments did me and Rodney go to?
Exactly.
How many? You went to just about every VF5
Every tournament. I used to go
make
to
a
tournament,
difference, Shag.
and even if I won, I lost money.
Yo,
But I didn't care.
one at a time, please. One at a time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no one's hearing anything but just.
Yeah. I wanna.
We'll let Shag go and then
Yeah,
we'll
Shag.
Okay.
let Shag
Right.
go.
You wanna attack Shag first with me? Who's going
I'll tag
first?
Shag
You
first.
can
since he
go.
jumped
You
in.
can go.
Okay, so Shag, listen to this. Me and Rodney went to just about every VF5 tournament, right? Let's say Justin Wong or Chris G doesn't attend the stream.
Now, when you said every, at what point are you talking about? You talking about FS? You talking about
Talking about the original VF,
or Evo?
Original VF, he
the
said.
original VF5. You know, Shidosha knows how much we all went there. We went to all these tournaments. We were traveling for the game, right? Now, let's say Justin Wong or Chris G, two guys, don't go to Evo 1. Do you think no one's going to show up just because those two players didn't? If the community is really dependent on just two players to not go to one big tournament, then it's fucked. It's fucked to start with. There's nothing you can do. If it's really dependent off of just two guys. So me and Rodney went to Sega Cup, then all the problems would be solved? No, nothing would happen.
I will say this did happen though. I don't mean to chime in because I know it ain't my turn, but
I'm upset as far as the turnout for Sega Cup this year. I mean, but
what I was gonna say, yeah, a lot of people kept complaining on the quality. I thought it was there. What people didn't realize is how strong all the players got because they thought that Rodney and Denkai and GT were showing up. All they got was little old me, and they couldn't get by my black ass. But still, nah, for real, like that's kind of annoying because like everyone kept talking about like the turnout and how bad Sega Cup was, but it really wasn't. They were strong players. The ones that did show up wanted to win, and I thought that was the best thing to see because there were so many surprises and upsets. Shit, you thought me losing to Miles last year was ridiculous. You should have seen the upsets this year because people were hungry. It was, believe it or not, I mean, you guys being there would have put the seal of approval on there, but they don't realize just how good it was, man. Like a lot of people were sleeping on Sega Cup this year, and it's really sad, but it is what it is.
It was real hype. It was a lot of fun too.
So Rodney, what do you got to say?
Huh?
So what do you got to say, Rod?
I mean, I was pretty much going to say the same thing as you. I mean, like, you guys got to understand, like, out of the majority of people playing VF seriously, I'm, like, older than many of these guys, I've been traveling since VF3. So, and remember, when you go to a VF tournament, even if you come in first, you're lucky to break even. Yeah. So I've been traveling since VF3. Keep that in mind. And I didn't win every tournament, but I still traveled because that's how much I love the game. So I was actually losing money going to VF tournaments. So, because I wanted to be there. But there are people who, didn't want to be there. But I mean, over time, you're talking 10, 15 years later, you still can't expect me to show up at every single tournament. I'm not in my 20s anymore, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm going to be 41 in like 4 days. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't go. VF is just not a priority to me anymore. I love the game. I want to show up to everything, but I just can't.
And not only that, if you've been trying to support a game for a certain amount of years,
I'm burnt out on it.
You're not going to spend your entire life trying to make it good.
I'm burnt out on it. I mean, I don't even have the patience anymore. I mean, you see how we are with Denkai. Like we played today. After like 30 minutes, I was done.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like LA Akira even like paid for Justin Wong to come to Sega Cup last year, and even that didn't make a difference.
Yeah, but
Sega paid for him.
Sega, yeah. Jero, it was his idea.
But whatever.
Jero was gonna pay for GT to come this year, but GT just couldn't make it, which sucked.
Yeah, he couldn't make it, which kind of sucked.
Yeah, that's another thing that people complained about. But no, I think Rodney touched bases on a good point as well, man. When you do this for a long time, this is why LA had to take off. I've been
playing VF since maybe a year before VF3 came out.
Yeah, you can't expect everybody to put it on their back.
I'm burnt out, but I love VF that much, which is why I keep playing. Which is why when people PM me on VFDC, I'll still give advice. I'll still log in and play. But people really can't expect me to show up to every single tournament. As much as I want to be there, it's just not possible, man. I have just other things.
And not only that, let me just add this. This is something that I think is hard for some people to grasp. Maybe even you might not even grasp this, Rod. In America, some people just like certain things. VF might not be the thing that most people like. It's like hip hop. I'm a jazz guy, but jazz is not really appreciated here in the States. It's not. They took down our only radio station, 101.9. A lot of the groups that used to play here, now have to play in Japan and Europe because no one appreciates the music here. It doesn't matter how hard they try to do. Something that I happen to like, nobody else just likes it. It's just how it is.
I don't know, man.
Other things. I just don't think VF pleases the people here.
I don't know, man, because I'm in Fun Around every year, right? And it's like I have of course Reinhardt shows up. I have all kinds of people from Soul Calibur community, from DOA community, KOF community. That'd be the only time they come and play and watch VF the whole year is because it's right there. It's in their face. They're like, yeah, let me come in and see.
But that's the problem. You're talking about acquisition in response to retention. Those are two different things, right? We got a lot of people that look at the game and say, yeah, we like the game, we appreciate it, it's deep, and it's hard, and
a lot of them say I wish I could play the game, but there was like I don't have time to learn it, and there's like they find the information hard to look at. Like there's
that's
some
what I'm saying, acquisition versus retention. Like we get eyes, but we don't get hands. No one's playing it. It's
but okay, like we had I think this dude named Nitty, he joined the VFDC community. It was like last month or something like that. He joined NYC via Facebook too, and he was like, "Yeah, guys, I want to get in. I want to play. I'm from Soul Calibur. I always want to play this. This is legit. Let me try and play, right?" And the first thing he comes and register after I told him to register for VFDC. And I think him and another Soul Calibur dude came in, and they was like, "Okay, where's the match videos at?" And lo and behold, no match videos on the site. You go to any other site. You can go to Three Step Dodge. You can go to Soul Calibur. You can go to eight-way run and stuff like that.
For me,
you will find matches easily. But here, nah, it's like it's hard.
I don't play like Dead or Alive Hardcore, but you'd be surprised how much I'm on Three Step Dodge watching videos.
Right? Yeah, that's true. If you don't know where to look, you're not gonna find it. Like
that's
you gotta be
big,
up in the middle of the night.
Problem. Somebody needs to fix that. Like for real.
Like I'd say at least 3 times a week for maybe like an hour each time. Watching like Don't Fork With Me, Destruction Bomb. But I just don't post on the website. But
we used to have that though. Remember, we used to have like this when Vanilla was out. At least I remember watching a lot of Okikage and
people want to make
high kick
videos.
Yeah, we need that again. It's like we need that again. We don't have it now.
That, but I'm a VF player and I can't even find the VF videos.
Yeah, you guys. It's a shame when I gotta even me, Blackstar, a lot of people, we gotta fucking download these goddamn tournament videos.
Yeah, put them up. Yeah, it's a huge problem. Huge.
Only site, to get them.
But see, like, this is why we should revive rank, man. Like, revive rank. Play every time there's a ranking match, whether it's promotion or demotion. Save that shit.
I was gonna say, we need to upload that shit. If anything, I'll go through it and rip them shits myself.
I mean, to be honest, it's like VF, like US VF community is not the best community to start learning VF from.
Well, it's not.
Like for real, like that's why they need match videos from Japan, and somebody needs to get on that. Like for real.
Yeah.
I try to do that with Sarah, Red, but I need to do that more.
They don't put up. Like, we just talk in shoutbox, like you said,
I think it's pretty bad whenever I look for VF videos and all I see is Goku or Dan. Like, I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
every time I'm trying to look for Go video, that's Goku or Dan.
That is a very...
No, for real. Let me tell you something. Like, I had one of my friends, my local friends, right? He was looking up. He was trying to play Vanessa, and he was like, where should I look and stuff like that. And I guess he got frustrated, started looking at himself, and he came back to me a few days later talking about, I learned from this video, and he showed me a YouTube video, right? It was 2 DOA players who played VF probably like twice a year, and he was like learning VF from them, and I'm like, really? You go to a DOA players channel to learn VF? He's like, I didn't know they were DOA players. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah,
this is why I was all about Raw, because I was like, this is a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Yeah. So it's like that's a big problem.
The Chinese show and the Jacko show, but when we do have like other matches, like Lefty Lizard and Shadow Lu, I was like, let them go. Yeah, they're pretty evenly matched. It could be a good match. Like
this would have been better if like Sega really didn't think when they did VF5, FS, because I was kind of hoping that they had an upload channel, built into it, but but they didn't. That would have been a cool feature.
So community, get on that, please. Put up some match videos. I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to do it for myself.
Yeah. And VFDC needs. I'm sure it has. They have a channel. I don't know. I think VFDC has a channel.
Yeah, it's a Kai's channel. I think
it'd be cool if there was a way we could submit videos to to Mike or Akai or somebody, so it's uploaded on the channel. So that way there was like a media section on VFDC as well as like other people's videos. I maybe we should ask Sora from 3 Step Dodge, how do they do it? Because under the media section it's showing like all the uploads from different players. I don't know how that's getting done.
Yeah, because there's a ton of, I'm telling you from personal experience, from people talking to me at Sega Cup, at Fine Around, all these other tournaments I go to, CEO, whatever. I run into at least one person, at least every time, that's like, yeah, man, I wanted to play this game, but it's real hard, and I can't tell them to look at match videos because where they gonna look?
Yeah, there are
You know
no
what I mean?
match video.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that's a huge problem. Community, please get on that.
Yeah, we do need to change that.
Part of the reason why is because VF is not at enough tournaments. So they can't because when I'm bored, I look at Street Fighter, man.
Yeah, but DOA is not on a lot of tournaments. But those guys still manage to fucking upload videos all the time.
They still
I mean,
upload arcade videos from Japan, and then Japan is not known for DOA.
You can go to Free Step Dodge and refresh like every 15-20 minutes, and there's like a new video.
I can go to Soul Calibur. I can go to 8-Way Run and find Japanese videos on Soul Calibur. And
But I'm
it's like,
talking about just
really?
even on American, just from American players. Those guys are always uploading videos, But here, like I said, we spend all our time in dojo mode, or we just play that same one person over and over because we know we can beat them down, and no one uploads any of the matches,
Upload the great.
Yeah. Whatever has got to be done, please.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to do that. Try to set back
I
up
upload all my losses because people keep complaining about fucking they can't beat Taka. I'm be like, all right, let me just upload this video. I got shitted on by Denkai.
What about the NYG matches? Or at least those are up? I don't even know.
I put up on YouTube the first day
It's
when the single tournament.
Yeah, but that's from vanilla.
I'll put them up. No, I mean from FS.
Oh, it's from FS?
FS. Yeah, they're Sal put up the first day. Almost right after
there wasn't
this happened, but we lost the second day. The second day where we try to do teams, that got lost in the Twitch archive, and he never got uploaded.
Oh.
But that's you make a very valid point as far as videos. Like I have a bunch of videos which I just never bother to upload. I think even from NYG 7. I think I put up some of the.
I don't even know what 7 was.
Yeah, and that's another problem too.
That was vanilla. That was back in 08.
Oh, well, it's too late now.
No, they can still put it up because
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, just so I could just share it,
I'd like to see some historical videos because it's like, okay, you go to somebody from esports or just somebody off the street and you talk and they hear you talking about Justin Wong, and they're like, who is Justin Wong? And the first thing you point them to is Evo Moment 37, and that'll be their introduction to who Justin Wong is.
That would be my introduction of who Diago is, not Justin.
Well, either way, there's a ton of videos which you can point out one of his many Evo victories.
Yeah, I would just tell him a Marvel 2 video or something when he comes back.
Yeah, but okay, if somebody asks about Homestay Akira or just some random Japanese player like Yasao or something like that, or I can't even think of. This is just any random really good OG VF player. It's how can we get them to respect who they are or even want to know who they are? We can't even point it to anything to be just take my word for it. That's the only thing we can tell them.
I mean, the streams nowadays are really, really sophisticated. They're great to watch. And I don't play Street Fighter. I don't play any of those games, but I'm still watching those things for some reason.
Yeah, I love watching games.
Yeah, I like watching them. And then, I can understand why some people want to play them just so they can be a part of the festivities. But VF is just not in that. It was in that one time at Chicago when VF wasn't even out yet, and they kind of Sega just put it there. That's the only time where it was in that stage, but that was it.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah, it's partially on them.
Even when Evo came out that same year,
Yeah, but it was it wasn't even in the Evo stream lineup because it was a side game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a side game.
But it was a side game.
But people were still hyped up. I mean, they had close to 200 entries.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they entered it, but I'm talking about more importantly. I'm talking about the people at home. The people at home to watch it on the Evo stream, what's the major streams Spooky, Vids, and shit like that.
I will say this: Sega Cup's got those views.
Yeah. More people watch. They do watch Sega Cup. People watch that.
A lot of people watch Sega Cup. Just a lot of people don't play.
A lot of people watch it.
VF has this. VF's respected But the problem with it is it has this dark cloud. Like it's really hard, and KOF has the same problem. Like it has.
KOF, in my opinion, is a hell of a lot harder
than
than VF.
VF. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Once you learn like you learn your little your little bread and butter combo, like the easy one in KOF, and then you just learn the little system with the different jumps, and then from there you'll grow. Like every game, it's like every game. It's just. You have to do that. Everyone wants to do the meter burn, you're dead, below your load move.
Well, I have a question though. What's the average number of players that enter Tekken tournaments? Like, what's the decent number? Is it always in the hundreds or less than 100? How is it?
Well, yeah, Tekken Tag 2, yeah, the numbers been really dwindling. I mean, they're
yeah, Tekken's starting to
exactly
fade out. Like most fighting, we're going back to that Dark Ages, which is I don't care because VF.
Well, the reason why,
here's the thing I can give the VF community: they're not going to leave VF. Once you're sold on VF, you're there for life. It's like AIDS, you know. You're not losing. You're like Denkai's fucking like, I want to play all these other games, but it doesn't matter because he has that VF AIDS. He's not going anywhere. He'll come back if a new VF comes.
I don't know if this Jackie player is crazy good. Damn. Yeah. The guy on I don't know if you guys are watching the computer.
Yeah.
Trish. This Jackie player. Oof.
Yeah, he's going nuts.
Damn.
But anyway, to answer your question, Denka, I remember they had a list of entries for SoCal Regionals.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, I think Tekken only had maybe a little over 40. And of course, VF had the smalls. I think VF only had like 20.
See, the reason why I asked this,
but I mean, it's not that, you know.
The reason why I asked is because I think 3D games, especially generally, is going to have a harder time to be good, to be successful tournament-wise. Because people just don't really want to play them. And if Tekken only got 40, a game where you got the creator coming out along with with Street Fighter at Evil, they both announced Tekken versus Street Fighter. You had all of the setup there for the players, and still you only getting a bit. And Tekken does try, so you can't expect Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive, and VF to ever get decent numbers if Tekken can't. It's this 3D fighting game, and the reason why it's so bad because like Street Fighter, like you got like 3 moves to remember, 4 moves to remember. But I'm gonna be honest, if I haven't been playing VF since 3 or 2, I wouldn't even be playing this shit because I wouldn't remember half the moves. I don't need to remember because I already know them from 2, 3, 4, and first 5. I gradually learn the moves. But if I had to learn all the moves from all the characters at the very beginning, right now, if I just started VF5, I wouldn't want to.
At least you don't have to learn all those fucking links like in Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
All those links, like do. All right.
But to be honest, if I had to choose the links, or play VF or Tekken, if I never played the old ones, I choose the links. I choose the links. You know why? Because I'd rather have to have the skill to be able to do it than having to remember shit. It's like learning frames and all this stuff. It's like going to a college course rather than playing the game. I'm not really playing the game. It's like I'm learning shit.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you still have to learn those frames for Street Fighter too.
Yeah, but it's nowhere to the scale of VF or Tekken. Look how many moves they have. Yeah. It's just much more in depth. Not only that, but it's 3D. There's other elements to it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the same boat as Tekken, and people play Tekken.
Yeah, which is why I said people play it, but not as much as you would think.
Still more Tekken videos than there are VF videos.
Yeah. Another thing, like Tekken does really good. I mean, like you had the fucking creator at Evil with Eno, both announcing the new next game, and still the numbers aren't that good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're in the same boat as us because they say Tekken Tag 2 is way too hard. Even like Koreans are saying that.
All those 3D games are going to be way too hard. There's just too much stuff to remember if you haven't played the old ones. If you haven't played the old games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's
most of the fighting game community hasn't because most of the fighting game communities started at. I think VF
They could be 14. When I was like 14, I was just playing what VF3. Well, maybe when I was 12, actually, I was playing VF3, and that's when I was gradually remembering the moves that I never forgot. And I just all I have to do when I play a new VF is transfer what I know, and just figure up a little bit. Which is why if I play a Taka or Jean, I'm gonna have the most trouble fighting those characters because I'm not used to those moves. You know, they're new to me.
And the silence.
Yep. But yeah. I mean, like, I don't think it's impossible. I think there's things we can do. And I think there's things that we can do that a community hasn't done, especially going offline to offline tournaments when they're available.
Fuck, like, just play online. Even that.
Just play
just
online.
Playing, period, is the problem. But especially if you have something near you and you don't go to it, you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to just accept that. You know what? Other than Sega Cup and us doing community things like NYG, VF is not going to be at any tournament. You know, if it is, it's because someone from the community, like you, Mikkel, who will just, throw something at final round or whatever.
Yeah, but that's where it starts. That's how.
We're not going to be at any of Big E's tournaments. That's for sure.
Nah, I wouldn't recommend that, to be honest.
Well, it's funny. The last Big E tournament when VF had, they had it the week right after NYG last year, and I don't think no one even knew about it. Like, they wasn't posted on VTC or anything, but they still had 8 players that didn't show up.
Right.
Yeah. Like, they're not going to put us first anyway. And then Biggie,
right now, if we want this game to go any further, if there is going to even be another VF, or if we want to just, make the most of it, people just need to start playing. And that means we need to start playing, as many, people need to open themselves up and start playing as many people as possible. Open themselves up in rank. We need to start uploading videos. Like, those are the things we need to start doing.
Yep.
It sucks because let's say we want to stream NYG even on Shoryuken.com. They probably won't even let us, like Shidosha said. Like, they won't even. They didn't even let him do Sega Cup.
Whether they do or don't is like kind of secondary. You still do it anyway.
Yeah.
But if they put it on their front page, then that's a bonus. But it's like they're not gonna save our community. It's like we have to.
Yeah.
So, and when we get big enough, they will follow. Like, for real. Like,
you don't know how hard it was for. I don't know. I tried to get Raw on SRK, and that just backfired. But Blackstar, was it hard to get Raw on the front page of VFDC?
that's another problem.
Yeah,
it's just like people don't really update news about VF at all. So in the front page,
better. Like, someone did a good video today, and that got uploaded instantly.
Yeah, that's true.
FTC, like, they're getting better, but yeah, I think like it's
speaking as a moderator on VFDC, I mean, I'll be the first to admit I'm hardly even on VFDC nowadays. Lately.
Yeah.
But and as far as posting up news and stuff, I mean, that relies on the few. I mean, I guess like mostly Mike and Akai. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna speak for Plague. I mean, he's usually, he's
busy.
His life
Plague is busy.
Yeah, he's busy.
I mean, I've been pretty busy now with my recent job. I'm nowhere near front like a computer like I used to be. So
yeah, but that means we need like more different mods. It shouldn't be all on y'all's shoulders then.
Well, which is why like
we need younger mods, basically.
Yeah, exactly. New generation mods.
That's for games to survive. It needs to be like the young crowd had to get into it.
Yeah, it does.
You guys tried to do that with Marley J, right? Like,
but that's one dude. He don't represent the whole new generation.
Mike chooses the admins, and it was just like because I guess Marley was always putting an input, or saying stuff. I mean, the way I started up, I always would post up stuff for like the tournament stuff, and then Mike took notice, and he was like, hey, why don't you join the team? I was like, yeah, okay, I might as well. I mean, but that's how I got involved.
Yeah, but you need really responsible people too. That's the hard part,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have to give props to the only person I know who really points up stuff like the videos like for the Japanese tournaments and stuff. Like I always see like Jay, like Kuma001. I think even Smurf like always posts up. I have no idea when these
Oneda has been putting up a lot too. He's been uploading his own channel, so he might be some good mods.
I don't know. Back, like another place I tried to get Raw on was even I Play Winner. I was like, where did Haunts go?
They don't even update their own stuff.
Yeah.
Since Haunts started working with Capcom, I mean, I don't know what's the situation with I Play Winner nowadays. I don't know.
Yeah, like I tried everywhere, even event hubs, and I got no responses from anyone. And I'm like, we got like 20 matches now, so come on. I was like, I think we're now we're getting VF views at least, and I'm just trying to get just at least out there, and it was just retarded.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, that was my whole goal of put on Raw. Like that was like there's a list of goals that I mentally made for Raw, and one of the number one things was to get it on SRK. That's where most people come and see and all the other stuff, right? But it just doesn't pan out. So, but at the same time, it's like they're not my only crutch, you know? So it's like I'm still doing it.
They'll put videos up of DOA Master playing with himself.
They'll do that, and they'll put up like all these
video of actual competition from pretty skilled players,
and they'll put up all these impractical DOA combos that nobody will ever use because they're like
autistic dust combos, and
so they just don't pay attention to us. It's like, okay, move on. I'm still doing Raw, even though that was my number one goal at first.
Right.
So it's like we just gotta keep doing our thing until they we force them to recognize us.
Well, I mean, I think part of that is, if we can if we can upload some really good videos and stuff like that. I mean, they kind of have no choice but to take notice, because, if a lot of matches go up, eventually people is going to run into a match that they think is really hype because it's most likely going to be a character that they've always wanted to use or that they're interested in. But seriously, you go on YouTube, outside of the Japanese, you don't see anything from American players. So kind of can't blame them, you know what I mean? Until we get better at doing certain things, I can't really be pissed off at how, the mods, don't show VF any love on any website. I really can't be upset with them.
Yeah, but, this is one of the things that address that. Raw is supposed to be like, a high quality type video to where you can show your friends, be like, hey, they're playing VF, let me show you some stuff. So,
and Raw is turning into that, but part of that is we got to get more people to sign up because
and then Shidosha's doing it too. He's been doing it longer than me, and then there's other people do it. Icky does it sometimes, and it's like there's a few other people out there too. It's just like we gotta just keep supporting it and then putting it up on VFDC for other people to see.
Speaking of Raw matches, Shidosha and Denkai next week, is that happening or?
Nah, it was supposed to be Shidosha and me. But
Shidosha and Blackstar, okay.
But I mean, they can go if they want. It don't matter to me.
Is Shidosha still on the Skype or he left?
He left. Let me see. Yeah, he's gone.
He was on.
But we need more people stepping up. Like, who was that one guy that stepped up to Flash?
Oh, that was that was Blitzball Champ.
Yeah, like him. Like he knew he was gonna get blown up, but he didn't give a shit.
Boy,
I mean, that guy has my respect.
Yeah,
for real,
like my respect, 100%, because he didn't give a shit. He's like, yo, I want to learn, and the best way to learn is to get fucking blown up. He got blown up. He came on stream, all the trash talking, and like even Flash had respect for him because after he trash talked him for a few minutes, he gave him a whole bunch of fucking advice to make him better. I mean, like, we need more people like that, Like, who cares if you lose, man? Just fucking show up,
Yeah,
play.
People stop catching feelings over some online sets, man. Learn, man. That's the whole point of this.
Man. It's crazy, man. But, yeah, man, we got to get people out of the shout box and into the fucking ring, man.
Yeah.
So, Rodney, how about you go on one of these Sunday Night Raws?
I'll do it. No one ever invites me. I've never told anybody no, There's no one ever asked me to play.
Yeah, Sunday Night Raw, I don't think you get invited to it. You just gotta
I've never been invited. No one ever
I don't think you do get invited, right?
How it is like people make challenges. It's like either they want to play, they'll just go in and be like, hey, I want to play, and then we'll find somebody for them.
To Raw, but you'd be surprised how many challenges I get, like behind the scenes. Because I'm always getting people messaging me on like BFDC, hey, when's the next time you're gonna be on PSN? I want to get some games with you, or Xbox or whatever. But no one ever messages me to be like, oh, why don't you be on Raw or whatever.
Rodney,
that happens all the time.
Call him out right on Raw and then post that message.
Yeah, I gotta start doing that
right then. Because that's the only reason, like, Denkai's the first person that actually openly challenged me. Everyone else, I actually know Hayato openly challenged me. Hayato was the first, and then Denkai. But yeah, and Jacko and me was kind of just an experiment. Because we kind of had this funny little, we always had this funny little joke. And then, like, the punishment was, like, whoever the punishment was had to befriend Weirdo.
Yeah, but I'm definitely down to play, man. I mean, anybody wants to call me out, I mean, just call, just let me know. And I'll let you pick the character. Choose between either Kage or Akira. There you go. Mm-hmm. Those are the only two characters I'll play. Oh. And they can call me out for any one of those characters.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, man. So if anybody on chat, y'all want to challenge Rodnutz, the great Rodnutz, legendary Rodnutz, go in the Raw thread and make a challenge right now. He's calling people out. Who's going to step up and do it?
To be honest, I actually want to see Tricky and Rod for go.
Tricky.
I would love to see that. Yo, Tricky, you up for it?
I'm up for that. We can do that right now. Wake him up.
I don't know about right now. I gotta get ready for work soon.
He's too busy playing Street Fighter trying to get his
hands. He said he's gonna have to wait till NYG.
Boo! Y'all gonna play NYG anyway. Why y'all? Why has he always gotta wait? What's the problem? You got some genius tech that's hidden that well, man.
You gotta refine.
It don't have to be tonight, man. Do it like next week or week after. So it don't matter.
Gotta refine that tech.
I would, next week, Rodney versus Tricky. Fuck it. Tricky.
Yeah.
Either Tricky comes or doesn't come.
That's right. Or you know what? Fuck that. Me versus Flash, man. He beat me up real good the other day.
Either way.
No. Well, Flash won't be here. I think he got.
Oh yeah, he's on vacation or some shit. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so either way.
But Tricky's playing Street Fighter, so fuck him. That's what you get for playing Street Fighter. You traitor.
That's right. Man, fuck that dude. I'll call GT out. That motherfucker been dodging me for months anyway.
Man. Oh, that dude need to get on Raw, like for real.
He doesn't even come online anymore. That's how scared of me he is.
I think he hasn't come online for the same reason why I haven't came online for a while. Because there's no one to play. If you're as good as he is, you gotta be insanely bored.
I know. I'm just talking shit. I like talking shit to GT. He's just scared of me. That's why he won't come online.
Well, he's scared of both of us actually. I mean, when's the last time any of us played him?
No, but I actually I know GT can kick my ass, but I really want to play a lot of the people in the shout box and stuff like that because those are always on fucking VFD.
They won't touch you.
They might. Some of them have come on here and played, so just call them out.
You know what another thing pisses me off about the shout box? They know so much more than me. They know so much more than me, but they don't play.
You want to know what it is? You ever try to apply for a job because after you got a college degree or you pass some kind of test, and they're like, well, you don't got the experience. I mean, you got this degree, but you don't got the experience. And, it doesn't matter how much book knowledge you know, as long as if you don't really go to the field, you're not going to do any good.
Watch how fat. The reason Black Star's even gotten stronger is because he's been doing these raw things, and it's been helping him with the first problem he had, and that was the freeze ray. He doesn't freeze on me anymore. Not anymore.
A lot of people that played the OVF5 don't play Final Showdown because they don't like it. The Bad Seed and J-How. But the Bad Seed didn't know any freaking book knowledge. But because he kept playing, he was better than 90% of the guys.
Yeah, that's true. And I bet you if he came back,
better than 90% of the guys.
And he'd still be better than the majority of people.
Yeah, he still had to watch out for him at a tournament. Because he can...
Bad Seed, wow. I haven't heard that name in like that.
Exactly. But I don't even think he even knew frames that much. It was just he was more like a trial and error type player.
Alright. Hey, Tricky wants to know. He's like, y'all want to fight next week? You and Rodney? Or Rodney and Tricky?
Oh, yeah, he said, I want to fuck Rod Akira up. I need revenge.
I'll play whenever. I don't care.
Alright, so next week it is then. That's what it is.
Rodney and Tricky. Rodney's Tricky.
In fact, from what I remember, I would say Rodney needs revenge. Because everybody remembers him just walking off at NYG. I think it was.
That was. I think he was playing my Kage.
Yeah, and he just gave up. walked off the tournament ring.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna lose, so I did that.
It was kind of like who's that player that broke the sticks? Ah man, fuck
Sanford.
it. Yeah, you were kind of like the Sanford without throwing a stick.
Yeah, I would never throw my stick. I don't get that mad.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess y'all could set up the time, like.
For me, as long as it's after like 7 or so,
Yeah.
it's fine with me.
9 o'clock is always good, right?
Yeah, that's always a good time.
Yeah, so we can do it Sunday at 9.
Yeah.
Unless something comes up.
Oh, it's on a Sunday. So Sunday, anytime after like 6 is good for me.
Okay, so I'll let y'all decide. Y'all put it up on a Raw thread, and then I guess I'll just assume 9 right now, but I'll let y'all change it up if y'all want to.
Yeah, 9 works for me. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, okay. Tricky says 9 is fine too. So
I'm cool with that, man.
great. We have a next week.
All right.
Match for
Tell
next
Tricky to practice his masturbating so his hand can be better or something.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. He's in the chat. I know he heard that. So
Wait, what did I just miss?
Tricky versus Rodnutz tomorrow, next week at 9.
Oh, all right.
That's what's up.
Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up so I can go ahead and get ready to sleep. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, me too. I gotta take my ass to sleep.
any last words before we?
The only thing I want to say is like seriously, man. Like if you guys love VF, you enjoy playing it. Like play the shit, man. Like stop fucking dodging, man. Who gives a shit about rank? Like we already know who is the strongest ranked player, and that is Gentleman Thief. We've known this since the fucking game has come out. So stop fucking stroking your ego, beating up on scrubs, trying to get to that last rank. I mean, at this point, who gives a shit? Because there's barely anyone in rank anyway, because everyone's doing the same fucking thing, trying to fucking wait till a scrub levels up to a rank where they can fucking milk them dry. Like, who cares, man? Like, let's just put it all on the line, revive rank. People start saving those fucking matches. Let's upload them. If there isn't a VFDC fucking media channel, let's fucking make one. We don't need Mike for that. We can just make one. Name it fucking VFDC. Somebody monitors it and like let's just have fun, man. The game's about to die, and it's the only way to keep it alive is if the players are willing to, to put it all on the line and just fucking do what needs to be done to to keep it around, man. That's really all I have to say.
Okay.
They might already be dead.
No,
Nah.
But the VF players will always play it, dead or
The
not.
game may be dead, but the community is not dead. And if the community wants to keep, wants to stay alive, I mean, we got to start playing, and we got to put our egos aside and just start playing.
Like everyone's like me and my boy Fahim play like offline a lot. Like tomorrow we're gonna play offline again, and everyone's like, "Oh, where's your scene?" I'm like, dude, it's 2 people playing. What much of a scene do you need? Do you need more play? We're learning just by ourselves. If we get bored, we'll switch characters, but we're still playing. And then we're slowly getting more people playing, because of that. Because they're like, dude, I don't need 50 people to play. I'm just happy playing.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this last thing. You can get people just to play, but if you expect players from outside communities that are kind of well known, they want to be in an environment where there's a lot of people they can play.
Nah, I'm done caring about that.
Yeah, who cares about that?
I mean,
for real.
we don't care about that because
Fuck those posers.
Exactly.
VF
They're not gonna save our
never
community.
had that anyway. But.
They're not going to be VF players unless they want to be VF players, because they're going to go back. Because most players in the fighting game communities just play whatever the flavor of the month is for the day. That's most of the players.
They're not
can I
gonna be
just say one
VF players until money's involved. That's the only time they'll even think about being VF players.
So how is those? I mean, Roddy, you downloaded it. How is it? Like,
How's what?
Ultra.
I like the game, but I don't like how combos work.
It's
I'm
Street Fighter
like,
4.
yeah, like fucking one frame links. Just like it just makes me not want to play the game because
it's not worth knowing.
No.
Sticking
I mean, at my age, I don't have that patience.
The drive, yeah.
I don't have that strong drive, so trying to get into it, like.
Yeah.
The combos makes me not want to play the game because, like, I mean, it's just not forgiving. It's either you nail it, by that one frame or you don't. And like, I just don't like that. I
If
wish.
you don't nail it, you're doing a block string then.
Yeah, you're doing a block string.
Now
And
you're
like,
doing a block string.
so that's seriously turning me off from playing it because like the game looks like it could be a lot of fun, but combos is just really making me not want to play it, you know. Maybe
Right.
10, 15 years ago when I had the patience, but
Yeah.
now I'm not going to sit JoJo mode for fucking 3 hours practicing one fucking combo because it's that hard to do, you know.
but-
and all like I ain't got
I'm
time.
saying Street Fighter 4 didn't have no magical secret sauce that makes everybody want to play it. The reason people want to play it is because nostalgia and money.
Definitely.
Even the top players, like Daigo himself, was like, I don't like Street Fighter 4. He said it in an interview. And he's the most well-known Street Fighter player in the world. And he's like, he didn't like Street Fighter 4.
He didn't like Street Fighter 4, but he loves Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I don't like Final
No, but he
Fantasy.
wasn't going to play it. He literally
like-
was not going to play it. The only reason he played it was because, he
Money.
just wanted to be a part of the community, the arcade scene. And then the reason why Justin Wong plays it is because of money.
money.
And the rest of the EG players.
Yeah, the top players are gonna play it, like like.
That's
the
why they're
Christian
playing it.
Justin Wong.
But
They're gonna
regardless,
play
they have a certain level of love for it that we don't.
that. Yeah,
And that helps. When you have that love for it, it's no different than when the next VF comes out, you know. I have a love for VF, so no matter how bad it is, I'll still kind of put in
yeah,
a bit
exactly.
of
Like
time
I
to learn.
don't like Final Showdown. I don't like it's my worst one, but I still play it just because it's VF.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's the other thing, nostalgia. That's the other part.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
For me, it's definitely nostalgia for me.
What's the next fight? Tricky versus Rodnutz next week?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's like we can still have an undercard. Like you guys can still pose, but
Yeah, there should be an undercard.
Like, it
Black
should be,
Star,
yeah.
Shidosha, I guess, right?
Yeah, Shidosha's still up for it. We were supposed to be playing too. So
All right, so there we go. That's I'll watch that. I'll commentate that and talk
Alright.
about random
Yeah,
crap.
you know what? I'm enjoying you guys commentating.
Yeah. I'm trying not to ADD out. That's been the hardest thing in the world for me during the focus on the match has been the
Yeah.
hardest thing because I'm like I just want to talk about the sky right now.
oh man, I'm pretty sure you were. So
I mean, I'm gonna talk about the players sometimes more than just the fight.
We'll
But
talk
I'm
about
not
the
gonna
players.
I'm not
It's
gonna
fine.
talk about girls' pussies like Shidosha, like
Yeah.
Shinobi Fist.
Yeah, that's something I also like wanted to mention. Like when VF does get the opportunity to be in the limelight, like whoever commentates, like we gotta keep the commentary on the game. Like often it goes off on a tangent that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. And like that happens, in my opinion, a little too much. I mean, you want a little bit of side conversation, but there's sometimes too much side conversation, and that's not directed to anyone. That's just directed to like everyone as a whole. You know, like not anyone specifically. Like we really need to. It's that one opportunity we've been looking for. Like VF's on the fucking stream. You know, like
And
all
then-
right, well let's talk about
And then,
VF.
and then it becomes like Albert and Costello comedy hour.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
everyone's
You
laughing
make a
about
very,
this and
very
that,
valid point
and,
there.
You want to know why? Because part of the reason why I enjoy watching Street Fighter because of the commentary is pretty
Their
good.
commentary is good. I
always
I
good.
hate Street Fighter 4, but their
And
commentary.
yeah, and
Nothing on their
I could
commentary.
imagine that would get players to want to play it. I mean,
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna try to play Ultra, but like I said, the combos are just not forgiving. So it's kind of
Yeah.
not making me enjoy it as much as I could. But we'll see how that goes as time goes on.
Yep. So I guess if anybody else has anything to say before I sign off.
Yeah, I guess we should wrap it up. I mean, it's getting late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rambling on. We'll
Yeah.
continue anything else, I guess, next
enjoying-
week.
Like, I'm enjoying all you guys finally getting on and giving us the after talk. These
I
after
just-
talks a bit.
I mean, I'm here. You guys can always hit me up and let
definitely.
me
I'm
know.
gonna add you to Skype,
But
man.
yeah, but I like I said, no one ever really asked me anything other than, oh, hey, how do I beat this, or hey, can you play me and give me tips? But to be a part of Raw or other things, no one ever really hits me up for that. So, but
So
I'm
I
here.
guess Denkai's the new champion now. I guess.
no,
after
no, I'm not. I only won once. This is my first official wall
Yeah.
officially. So,
But you beat the champion.
yeah.
Yeah, you got the
Okay,
number one headband
I'm
now.
going to just say one last thing because you wanted me to give you advice. The best advice I can probably give you then is seek out challenge players that are stronger than you. Then
Yeah.
you know, instead of trying, instead of beating down poor defensive players.
Oh, I know. Why do you think I jumped
time,
when you called?
But at the same time, he kind of can't help it because those are the only people playing. All the other players
That's true.
on his level or higher are dodging.
They won't play him. Yeah.
They won't play.
Like
and
I played Tricky. I beat Tricky 2 rounds and then he left. And
That's
I'm like,
tricky. I'm not. Yeah, and the thing is, even Tricky. Sadly,
my best competition out right now that constantly play me, like Denkai. When Denkai's on, he'll play, and GT's on, he'll play if I call him out. And same with Flash, but then you guys are never really on that much. Like my most competition is Tim and Blackstar. I will dare someone to play me with Lion. I fear no lions.
Yeah, that's true.
Every lion's like, oh, I'm fucking cocky, ha ha ha. No, fuck you. I fear no lions.
I just got a quick. How did the sets go between you and Tim? Wow.
Tim?
Yeah.
He's gonna get mad. He always gets mad because he doesn't
He's
like.
always mad.
It's nothing new, so
The
just go ahead.
problem with Tim is he thinks that you have to play by the rule book and then he does a flow chart, and I'm like, after 3K he always throws, and I'm like, fuck it, home run, Shoryuken, and then take a shit ton of life because I'm go.
Yeah, for me, the problem with Tim is not even all that. The problem with Tim is
he loses.
He'll
focus.
always use 2P. I can read when he's going to 2P almost every single time, and that's his biggest problem in my opinion. Sometimes just fuzzy guard. You don't have to 2P after everything.
Yeah.
So that's his problem. See, like Denkai, I can't read when he's going to do 2P, and that's what makes it really difficult for me to beat him, because I don't know when he's going to do it. So often when you see us play, you always see me just kind of standing there. Because I know it's coming, but I never know exactly when it's coming. But with Tim, I know for sure when it's coming.
Yeah.
So, it's easy to blow him up.
He follows a rule book. Like, you have to play this way.
Exactly.
You're not playing by the rules. And especially in Final Showdown, when you have these other options to stop it.
Yeah.
But I have to give Tim this. I wouldn't be half as good as if it wasn't for Tim bitching at me.
Well, Tim's he's really, really good, but
yeah,
like you said, he won't adapt. It's like for example, if I'm playing somebody and there's a little bit of lag and like I block like something that's minus 15 and like I want a single palm, like okay, I know single palm's like 50-50 at this point, not 100%. So I'll just adapt and just do PK every single time. I know it's not the way you want to play BF, but you adapt to the situation. Tim won't do that. It's like it has to be that picture perfect VF way or else there's a problem. And I think that's where, a lot of like his losing and stuff comes from. He just has to just say, all right, fuck it. Okay, you fucking fuzzied at -6. Big deal. Well, I'm going to maybe delay my throw now, or maybe I'm going to try to do something else. And I think those are the things Tim needs to change and just accept it, It's never going to go your way. It's online, You can't play that picture perfect BF,
But I hate when people, I get why people shit on Tim because Tim kind of asks for it sometimes. But, these people that do shit on Tim won't challenge him either.
Yeah, exactly.
Challenge him.
You'll talk shit about him, but you won't.
Jacko was the only person that's like, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
I think Tim could have did a lot better in that Jacko match, but I think I'm guessing he got frustrated somewhere along the way, and he just wasn't playing right.
When Tim loses focus, he's done.
He's done.
If he's focused though, Tim is a fucking monster. If he's focused,
yeah.
Yeah, if he's focused, he can be a monster.
But I think that's also I think that the same way about Rodney, actually. That's his weakness, I think, is frustration. So that's
I don't have the patience I used to have, so I get frustrated very easily.
Yeah.
And then when you know the person's like that, of course you're like, oh, I want to piss him off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when I play Genkai, he purposely does certain things as much as he can because it totally unravels my game. I know that. So when I see that happening, I just quit. Because I know.
But sometimes that's the only way to really win.
And it's
I know.
Because that's the quickest weakness that I can find, and it might not be in the game. Because sometimes it's hard to hit you. So instead, I'm just gonna do things that might piss you off, and then it would become easier to hit you.
Yeah, I know. I know that like even when we play tonight, like after a while, it's just like, oh, I know Rodney doesn't like this, so I'll just keep doing it as much as I can. And then eventually, sure enough, I get a little frustrated.
But the reason why you don't like it because
I just want to make a note. Tricky's gonna ask you what that is, so he has an edge. I just want to make a note. So he's gonna message you and be like, what is it that you do that Rod doesn't like? Because he's that scared of me. So I just want you to know that.
Well, Tricky just doesn't like losing at all.
Yeah, I'm talking shit. But yeah, I mean, but these are the things that like, that's another way of adapting. You figure out what it is that person doesn't like, and you use it to your advantage.
So one last thing, can you predict the score between you and Tricky?
Me and Tricky? It depends. It depends.
Come on, Rodney. No, depends. 10-0. 10-0.
If I'm focused,
I want an honest answer.
If I'm focused, like I'm sound of mind and I'm playing well, I can see me beating Tricky maybe like 6-4, 7-3, something like that.
Why wouldn't you be focused?
It just like Genkai said, it just depends. Like sometimes I get unraveled very easily, so it just depends. I'm not mentally as strong as I used to be. I definitely am not. I just don't have that patience to like drag things out anymore. But it just depends. Some days I can do it, some days I can't. So if I'm playing good, then yeah, I can see me winning like 6-4 or 7-3. But if I'm not playing good, Tricky could probably win maybe 6-4 or 7-3. Just depends.
Oh,
but we're not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna try to beat that motherfucker like 8-2.
That's what's up.
8-2, motherfucker.
8.
Another 10-4 in the work.
I'm going 10-0.
Yo, 10-0. There we go. Another shutout.
I'm about to set a new roll record, yo. 10-0.
I already broke that record.
Hayato won't be alone anymore.
Wow.
But
yeah, I know.
But we'll make it a club. We can.
Hey, I'm
the 10-0
with
club. We already had the 10-4 club.
The 10-4 club. Yeah, I'm now part of the 4 club.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna have to practice some style.
I am too.
I gotta practice some Eileen only style combos.
I am happy. I sent most of the people in the 10-4 club there. I'm the one that sent them there.
You had to put that in there, didn't you?
Oh wait! Blitzball champ guy is in the 10-0 club, but he had to fight Flash and he doesn't play.
I thought he was 10-1.
He lost 10-0, didn't he?
It was 10-1.
Like
oh, he did get one. That's right.
Yeah, got one.
All right, good job, Blitzball. Good for you.
I literally expected 10-0.
The 10-0 club.
Yeah, I think he got one.
I'm enjoying these after parties a bunch. These are fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's fun to break down, people's styles and just, talk about shit.
Talk about the game.
Yeah. But I think, we should really work towards getting people to upload some matches. Create a dedicated channel for that or something if Mike doesn't already have one.
Yeah, put up some revenge videos. If you grape someone, put it up. Be like Goku no Dan. Fuck it. It's better than nothing.
Okay, so
there were some decent videos for American players for VF5, the original, but not really Final Showdown.
Yeah, because we used to upload more.
Yeah.
In Ella, But maybe we'll start doing that now.
Yeah,
you beat me and you want to put a revenge video up? Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Well, yeah, I got it. Revenge videos.
We'll get some revenge videos too. It'll be all good.
I'm with that. But anyhow, guys, it's getting late. We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, definitely.
It was definitely fun. Next Sunday, me versus Tricky, 11-0.
Shidosha versus Black Star undercard.
Oh yeah.
Right.
This is a good podcast.
Nobody
caught
that I said 11-0.
Oh, 11-0. We can do that. If you get 10-0, we'll make you go. We'll let you keep the streak going if you want.
11-0.
If you want to have a record.
Oh yeah, so let us know. So there it is. Next Sunday.
One last thing. Why is SSX playing in the video? Is it because it's tricky?
Because I got tired of waiting. I wanted to play it, and I got tired of waiting to play it. So I was like, let me play it. So that's what it is.
Let's sign out, Black Star. It's late.
All right. So thanks for showing up,
guys.
In the chat.
Yes, thanks for showing up for all. Come by next week at 9 p.m. apparently. maybe
Yeah.
earlier because me and Shidosha is supposed to play. So
Yeah.
you know, maybe
Well,
at 8,
like,
maybe at 9.
The reason I asked later is because I got to tuck in my kid and stuff.
Oh well, it'll be at 9 then, most definitely. So
Well, just message me or whatever on Skype. You guys add me and just message me.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
We'll go from there.
okay, so yeah, see y'all next week at 9. Thanks for everybody for coming through. Thanks for the set. It was pretty exciting. And
All right.
see y'all next week.
Yep.
All right. Yep.
All
Later.
right. Later.
The games.
Good games, guys.
Bing.